We have Sam Datin at the touchscreen to give us the latest numbers.
Yeah, thanks, Kayla. Well, let's take a look at what we thought going into election night. Of course, red here, Republican, blue here, Democratic. Most importantly, these yellow states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania up here, North Carolina, Georgia down here, and out west, Nevada and Arizona. Of course, the ever so critical battleground states. Let's take a look at what actually happened. Here's the latest results we can give you. And of course, the first thing that jumps off the map, both figuratively and literally, is the whole lot of red, especially in these battleground states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, all going in the favor of Trump. Same with North Carolina and Georgia. That's 44 votes, or electoral votes right up there, 32 down here. And out west, still waiting on the results from Nevada and Arizona, but it's looking like it's going to go red. Donald Trump, a 4% lead in Arizona as it stands. We'll show you exactly why. Maricopa County, one of the biggest counties in the state as it stands. Trump is doing very well there. He's got about a 2% lead over Kamala Harris, and down at Tucson and at Flagstaff, Kamala doing well, but it's not going to be enough probably to push it back in the favor of blue. Tell you what, it's not going to matter so much as Donald Trump's already hit that 270 mark, and he's looking to do even more damage potentially with Arizona and Nevada. With that, we'll send it back to you guys.
Cronkite News reporter Sam Datin was able to find one celebratory party held by Republicans. He joins us now live. And Sam, who's celebrating?
I'm at what's being called a victory celebration for Abe Hamadeh as he runs for Arizona's 8th congressional district seat. We're standing here in Lake Pleasant at Dillon's Bayou, a barbecue chicken joint that's transformed into a political event tonight. Of course, with Hamadeh in attendance, his supporters are as well, hoping to see their district go red tonight, hoping to see their state go red tonight. Of course, Abe Hamadeh heavily favored to win in the district that's heavily Republican. It also helps he got a big recognition from former President Donald J. Trump, sharing many of the supporters Hamadeh as Trump, both hoping to see their candidates win. But it's looking good right now. The energy is palpable. Food and drinks are flying off the tables. And of course, above all, eyes are glued to television screens. With that, we'll send it back to Phoenix. In Peoria, Sam Datin, Cronkite News.
Our reporter Sam Datin was on the Tempe campus to capture the reactions of supporters. He joins us now from the newsroom.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. While Donald Trump's visit brought out loyal supporters to ASU, it wasn't quite a full house. But those who did attend were vocal that their beliefs of Trump being the best option for America. Doors to Mullet Arena opened at 10 a.m., with many supporters arriving well beforehand to secure their spots and pick up merchandise sold by local vendors. The rally, which started at 2 p.m., saw a steady stream of attendees throughout the morning and early afternoon. Headliners such as Vivek Ramaswamy, Marco Rubio, and Carrie Lake spoke to an almost packed Mullet Arena. Supporters were enthusiastic, waving signs and donning "Make America Great Again" hats. Still, many expressed their concerns about the state of the country.
I mean, the most important thing, I think, right now is that we're on such a tipping point that America hasn't ever been in before, where common sense is just not common anymore. Some of the stuff out there is just absolutely insane and ridiculous. And I've been around 6 decades, so I know what it was like 20, 30, 40 years ago. And we're in a dangerous place right now.
During his speech, the former president talked a lot about immigration and what he said were failed border policies that he blamed on Kamala Harris. In the newsroom, Sam Datin, Cronkite News.
President Joe Biden cast his early ballot today in Delaware. Just last week, he visited the Gila River Indian community to make a historic apology to indigenous nations. As Cronkite News reporter Sam Datin tells us, the move is seen as a step towards healing the wounds of the past.
Yeah, thanks, Jalen. The apology is for over 150 years of mistreatment and abuse in the federal boarding school program and comes after extensive investigation by the Department of Interior, which looked at the long-term impacts of Indian boarding schools.
I formally apologize as President of the United States of America for what we did. I formally apologize.
Biden spoke forcefully to hundreds of people, many from indigenous communities across the Southwest.
President Biden moved many to tears as he talked about the trauma and shame passed down for generations caused by federal boarding schools.
The schools force children from their native homes, cultures, and traditions, often punishing them for speaking their native language. Many suffered physical and mental abuse at the schools.
children would arrive at schools, their clothes taken off, their hair that they were told was sacred was chopped off, their names literally erased, replaced by a number or an English name.
For some, the acknowledgement was healing.
We can't heal if it's not recognized. We can't heal if it's, if it's swept under the rug. And the fact that he came out to apologize for what had happened was, as was stated earlier, it was long overdue, but it certainly does start the healing.
For others, it's not just about words, but a call for action and restoration.
It's one thing to come over, I could slap you and come over and say I'm sorry, but the other thing behind it is what am I going to do to truly make that amends? What action am I going to put behind it to do that?
Boo Nygren, president of Navajo Nation, expressed hope that this apology will lead to positive change and rebuild trust between the government and indigenous communities.
We got the apology. Now he can put some resources behind some of the recommendations that Secretary Holland provided. So it was a great day for Indian country today.
Yeah, Arizona was home to 59 boarding schools. Now, the hope is there will be programs to minimize the number of Native children entering the foster care system. And funding and healing trauma treatment programs are rooted in Native culture throughout the tribal region. In the newsroom, Sam Datin, Cronkite News.